Hey everyone, it's Inigo again. For my dish today, I'm going to attempt making Gulai Ayam, or Ayam Gulai. Gulai is a rich orange or yellow curry. It's flavorful, warm, and full of wonderful aromatics and spices. In my video, I sound a bit different because I prefer to use Singlish when I talk about local food. This is how I talk outside, and I'm actually quite proud of it. This dish originates from Sumatra and is found in Minangkabau, Acehese, Malay and Indonesian cuisine, as well as other cuisines throughout the Malay archipelago. I often find Gulai Ayam at nasi padang stalls and hawker centres, and I often have it with steamed white rice, sayur lodeh, which is a vegetable stew, and Begedil, a fried potato patty. So I'll be making all of those too, minus the sayur lodeh because I feel like it would be too much work. A really famous version of this dish is found in a renowned nasi padang place called Warong Nasi Pariaman, one of the oldest nasi padang restaurants in the country. I went there once on a rainy day after going to the Malay Heritage Centre for one of their exhibits and was awed by how amazing their food was, especially their gulai and this other equally amazing dish which I don't know the name of, so if anyone can please help me find out what this dish is, I really appreciate it. Recently, a video was published by Visit Singapore that showed Warong Nasi Pariaman's Pak Jumran Isrin make their famous Ayam Gulai. Imagine how excited I was to try and make this. Now, with all that aside, let's get to our recipe. We'll start by prepping the fresh ingredients that go into the rempah or spice base. Pak insists on using Indian red onions and says that this is their secret, so I found those at the Indian shop near my house. Next was ginger, and he specifically says Indonesian old ginger, but I could only find old ginger from China. And then garlic and fresh turmeric. Oh, fun fact, gulai in my native language Tagalog means vegetables, but there aren't any vegetables here other than the spices. I pounded all of this in a mortar and pestle and thought, hey, how come I got food processor but never used for this recipe? Then I thought, never mind lah, maybe this one will give different flavour. Looking back though, I think I should have used a food processor because my gulai ended up grittier than I wanted it to be, but I still think it tasted great. After all of that, it's time to cut our chicken. Now here in Singapore, when you ask for a whole chicken, they will give it to you with the feet and head on. I know that when Westerners see this, they will confirm be very shocked, but this is quite normal for me and I add them to my stews to add more chickeny flavour. I cut my chicken into about 6 pieces. It was my first time cutting a whole chicken and Pak said 8 pieces, but I forgot. I prepared my aromatics like my galangal and kaffir lime leaves and pounded my lemongrass before tying it up. Then I put 1 kg of fresh coconut milk into a pot and brought it to a boil. Pak says better if you use fresh coconut milk, but if cannot find, then the box or canned stuff will work too. Once my coconut milk was at a boil, I added the rempah and aromatics together and let their flavours get to know each other for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, next was to add the leg pieces and the wings. I waited 5 minutes, added some water, and then added my white meat. I also added my chili powder. I lowered it to a simmer and let it cook slowly for 20 minutes. You need to keep stirring it to prevent it from burning at the bottom. In that time while my gulai was cooking, I made some fresh Begedil. When I tell you this is one of the best ways to eat potatoes, I mean it. It's basically fried mashed potato with some filling inside, dipped into egg and then deep fried. It can't get any better than that. For this recipe, I used what to cook today's recipe, which will be in the description below. I steamed my potatoes, let them rest in the pot for a few minutes, mashed them, added the fillings and seasonings, and then I shaped them into patties and put them into the fridge to cool. Once they were cooled, I whipped some eggs and dipped them before deep frying them until they were crispy and golden brown. Now back to my gulai. As always with Malay and Indonesian food, this was absolutely delicious. The spices and aromatics all blended so well together at the end, and the chicken was juicy but not falling apart. Was it close to Warong Nasi Pariaman's version? I feel like it was close enough but not exactly the same. This was probably due to the specific brand of ingredients they use. Next, how do I eat this? Now, I never say no to fresh rice at a nasi padang stall, so I made some for myself. Then I added some Begedil, a piece of chicken, and spooned some extra gravy all over it. Make this at home or support your local nasi padang stall. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.